I am here with the absolutely amazing Steve Collins. You've got to meet him. He is the founder and CEO of The Way Up Nutrition, through which he has helped women around the world create a healthier lifestyle for themselves. How did you get started in this? What was it like at the beginning?
It was very tough because I had to make income with my time. I had to share my time and my life, and that was the only way I could make income. And because I was motivated, because I was driven, I was sharing a lot of it. I was sharing all of it, like waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, starting at 5, working all day, all night, catching sleep whenever I could. So, but that was the only way I could make income. So I was tapped out. I'd always tap out at sort of 250 grand a year, which is great. But it wasn't enough to change my life and the life of my family. And it also wasn't enough of a megaphone for me to share my message with enough people, because I was just sharing it with my time.
Yeah, the one-on-one was limiting you so much. It was placing this ceiling on what you were capable of. And we both knew that you were so much more capable than that, and you had so much more to give. How did you make that decision? Like, how did you make that first point that, you know, I cannot put this off any longer. Now's the time that I've got to do this now?
Yeah, look, it just like everybody, I was nervous. I was really nervous to make it. I was scared, and I met you, and you gave me some bastion of security to help me go from, okay, how do I literally just trade my own skills and my time? How do I trade that and turn that into a product, commoditize it, and then be able to sell it without me, right? That was the most difficult thing for me. So the first step I took was understanding that this is non-negotiable for me. I have to make this decision to take the next step in my career. And I didn't make it straight away, that decision. I was scared, I was nervous, but I made it, okay? Particularly when I knew that you could help me to get started, right? That was the big motivating factor that I just went, you know what? I have to make this decision. I've been at this supposed ceiling for 3 years by this point. Wasn't making any progress, but my body was breaking down even further.
Right? And it wasn't sustainable for you.
Wasn't sustainable, right? Completely unsustainable. So that's what made me make the decision. I just realized it was the logical next step. I knew my value. I had a vision for where I wanted my career and my business to go. And going online and being able to scale my message was the only decision I could make. And when I was brave enough to sort of make that decision, I never looked back.
Good on you for making that decision, and what a phenomenal decision that turned out to be for your business. I think one of the most common mistakes that people make at the beginning is that they think they have to do it on their own, and they're trying to piece together a strategy from that YouTube video and that book over there and that blog post and what that guru said and that Instagram post. And they give up on that goal too quickly, thinking that online doesn't work for them. Whereas really it's not that online doesn't work, it's that you just need to have the right strategy. So how did you go about figuring it out?
Yeah, I read every book multiple times on the subject, right? And it still didn't give me quite enough certainty to go, you know what, I can do this, right? And the problem that I always had was, you know, I'm here, I'm secure-ish, I'm safe-ish, but I knew I had to cross that chasm of uncertainty, right? I had to somehow get across that to create this new life for myself and this new potential, right? This potential income, potential life, potential happiness, and the potential to share my message. And that's where you came in.
Yeah, and that was why I loved working together, because we just knew that there was so much more potential. So what was that experience like? What was it like working together to build this vision of what you could see for yourself and for your business? What were some of the challenges that came up?
The biggest challenge was understanding that my market is now, you know, billions of people rather than just the 500 people in my gym. So understanding that I had to find a niche, to find a very clear, resonant message, and to find the people that I wanted to work with was something with big time. Was to find that, you know, that perfect client for me, that perfect customer for me, and to learn how to amplify my message to reach that person's ears. So that would be through social media marketing, which is just a landmine.
Yeah.
I would have wasted and just wasted tens of thousands of dollars if I hadn't worked on a strategy with you for my message and for my information to reach the right people's ears in the right possible way. I would have just thrown it out to everybody.
Yeah, such a common mistake that so many people make. And one of the things that was brilliant about you is that as soon as we sit down and work out what that strategy is, you would just get on with doing what needed to be done. It was phenomenal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That was really important in the systems that you gave me to run that successfully in a lean way, because, I didn't have a heck of a lot I had to really be careful of my investment, right? And that was something that helped me with. And so in a lean way, I was able to scale up, to go from, 0 clients to 50 to 100. And now we've got like 500.
That's phenomenal. Go you. What a wonderful journey and what a wonderful ride we've been on, from 0 to 1.3 million in 2 years. So brag a little bit, brag about what you're doing now and what you get to experience, and because I know you're doing some incredible things with your clients from all around the world.
Incredible things. We're now a SaaS company, so a software as a service company. So we've built a software product, we've built a products wing to the business, and we still do coaching, right? So now I have 5 or 6 employees. We still run relatively lean. So I'm changing the lives of 5 or 6 other people, because I get to employ them now in our vision. Now we're a team. We're no longer a solopreneur type outfit.
Yeah, still like Steve. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's cool. I genuinely feel like an entrepreneur, rather than someone that was kind of saying, well, like, am I? Have I come up with an idea? Have I executed on that? And now I really feel that the dream of coming up with something that I built, that I created, but it's now changing the lives of other people, that's really come true now. And, the way my career is going is wilder. It's going more wild than possible, right? Because now I'm a CEO of a software company, which is crazy, because I'm just a jock.
How crazy
I'm a jock from school. Yeah, pretty crazy.
That is awesome, Steve. I'm so happy for you. You absolutely deserve every bit of success that you've created. My God, it must feel amazing.
The feeling that I get, I was always concerned about my image and the way people would see me and my background, because I don't come from a very wealthy family or anything like that. I was always be concerned about that. And now that confidence of knowing that, hey, you built something that's really changing people's lives, and my income is secure, and I've got a couple of houses around the world now. It's a really pretty crazy thing. And we were having a joke about it before, but I remember I used to spend tons of money on clothes just so I could feel like I was projecting a certain image.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that at all. I don't feel any pressure.
That's so awesome. I love that. And I think that's the ultimate freedom. People talk about lifestyle, and I think beyond lifestyle, it's that knowing that you're doing what you love and you're proud of what you're doing and who you are and what you've been able to create, and it's yours. It's an incredible feeling. And I love what you've been able to create in such a short time, in literally just 2 years. So what does the business look like for you now? What's working for you?
In the last 7 days, I just looked it up before because I was talking to one of my employees about it. We brought in 40 clients in the last 7 days. 40 clients, exactly. And I have 2 salespeople right now while this conversation is going on for me. And I have leveraged my time so that today I was working with my software team to, quarterback that side of things. The sales team is going well. The product team is sending out products as those purchases come through. So it's really a really working, incredibly working business. And if you're listening to this and you're worried, that sounds like there's so many things to do. What you do get better at, and what you helped me, Elysium, to get better at, was spending my time on higher leverage tasks. Tasks that mean more, and eventually building out a team that can take care of the lower leverage tasks, okay?
Yeah.
And that was a really important thing for me. And it's something that I'll continue to work at. I'm not perfect at it now, but eventually I hope to be spending my time on just extreme high leverage tasks.
Yeah, and that frees you up to be coming up with ideas and working on your business instead of in it and making things happen.
Yeah, so it's an incredible feeling, because you can get so much work done in a little amount of time. And it was more impactful than me spending 100 hours of my time in the gym or wherever. I can get more impact. So tonight, for example, I'll speak to 400 to 500 women for 45 minutes.
That's awesome. And it means you can work with all those 400, 500 women at the same time. Whereas as opposed to that, once upon a time, there would have been 45 minutes times 400 women.
That's literally what I used to do.
Yeah.
So whatever the months are on that, it's an astronomical number. You know, it's pretty impressive,
Yeah.
the difference. And again, to have it fall back on something that gives me an immense amount of pride, because my mum was a great mum and she worked really hard on me, and you know, some sort of pride that I feel that my parents get to see me succeed in this sort of way, but also some sort of pride in that I'm actually helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of gratitude for that.
What you've created and the impact that you're making is awesome. You've achieved what so many business owners out there wish they could achieve, which is working on the high leverage things in your business and working on the business and multiplying and scaling the impact you're able to have, rather than be caught in the details, in the technical side of things.
Exactly right. And that's the very scary thing is going, hey, I don't want to make a mistake. I want everything to be perfect. I used to spend if this was 2 years ago, I would have had the latest webcam. I would have had the best lighting going on. I would have spent money and time on all the things that actually didn't matter. Now I can just sit here with my baseline webcam and nothing behind me, no incredible posters, just a white wall behind me. And I understand that it's my message that can shift the bar. And that's something that I think is very important. And it's important to understand that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make a bunch of mistakes on this. The idea is to limit the amount of mistakes if you can, obviously, like you don't want to on purpose make. You're going to, but you want to limit them by learning good proven systems to implement at the start. That's going to help accelerate the journey. And that's why my journey's been, I think, pretty quick, right? Tough at the start, but of course, but it's been able to accelerate because of the systems you're able to teach me.
Yeah, like the proven systems to be able to access the right experience and expertise to help you get started is so important. Because I worked with so many people who they give up on their goals too soon because they didn't have the right strategy at the beginning, and they make all of those mistakes, and they're expensive mistakes. And because of that, they think that it's them that doesn't work, it's the idea that doesn't work, or it's their business that doesn't work, as opposed to the fact that they just needed the systems that were proven to work to help them bring their message to life. And that's one of the wonderful things about you, is the fact that you sought out those systems and you put them into action straight away so that you're able to accelerate your success and create phenomenal results in such a short period of time. So for the hundreds of people who are watching this right now who would love to create what you created and have access to those systems and create the success that you're creating and experience the lifestyle that you have, what would be your advice to them in terms of how to get started?
Well, you need a mentor. You need a system. You need people to work with. You need a sounding board. You need people to help you. You need someone that's done it before, right? To have that it's a non-negotiable. Because how the heck are you supposed to get there otherwise if you don't have someone dragging you along? It's impossible, right? Or maybe it is possible, but it's going to take you 10 times as much time and money, right? So that would be the non-negotiable, is to make sure you have someone that's done it before and that has proven systems to help you.
It's so true. It is so important what you just said. And it's literally the reason why we created what we created here, is so that we're able to give people access to the right support, the right mentors, the right system to help them create the success the same way that you have. So thank you so much, Steve, for being here and sharing that. It's been amazing having you here. So for everyone who's on the call right now, if you're loving what Steve has shared, jump in the comments now and let him know what you're loving, what you're learning, what you're taking away from this. And thank you so much, Steve. You're amazing.
You're welcome.